what a deal, huh? I think wow is kind of the only word that describes this, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, I want to start off real quick by thanking a couple of people. You know, obviously the backbone of our family, and if you've got to hear her speak lately, you know one of the backbones of our business is my wife. Would y'all give it up for Jeannie, please? Stand up, please. And then wasn't that the best rendition of the national anthem you've ever heard? Is that not just great? Sarah Beth? And then Jordan wanted to send his regards, but he has a double header today there at Arizona State, so he couldn't make it, but he's here in spirit today. You know, I could stand here a long time thanking all the people from Stream and Ignite, but I will say thanks to Rob Snyder for coming up with this idea and bringing it to fruition. You know, obviously thanks to Doug and Daryl. And, you know, I want to point out a guy that's contributed so much to my life is my best buddy, Randy Hedge. I'm excited to have him in this business with us. And, you know, another guy that I want to call out is a guy that we should all model ourselves after, Mr. Steve Fisher. Well, all right, if you want to know how to get to the top, I'm going to talk to you about that. We're going to lie, cheat, and steal. No, I'm serious. We're going to lie in bed at night and think of all the people we need to talk to. We're going to cheat away time from our busy schedule to set those appointments and show the plan. And we're going to steal all the good lines we hear, huh? You know, I'm going to give you some events here, and you tell me what these have in common. Kurt Warner is the Super Bowl MVP. Who Let the Dogs Out, Song of the Year. Gladiator, Movie of the Year. Survivor was in its second season. Lakers beat the Pacers in the NBA Finals, and the Yankees beat the Mets in the World Series. What do those have in common? Yeah, if you didn't know that, I would also throw out Y2K. I think we all remember that when our neighbors were burying canned food in the backyard. Do y'all remember all that? The computers were going to blow up the world. Well, I tell you, I wanted to kind of think back. Do you remember where you were in the year 2000? To me, it doesn't seem like that was a decade ago. But I remember standing there in the year 2000 wondering what was going to happen in the future. I'm sure a lot of us did the same thing. You know, the thing we've got to understand is that if we don't make a radical change in our life, the next 10 years are going to look a lot like the last 10 years. We're going to have to make a change, ladies and gentlemen, because if we keep doing what we're doing, we're going to keep getting what we're getting. And 10 years from now, we will surely arrive. But where? I say now is the time to fix the next 10 years. Now I want to ask you, what's holding you back? What's keeping you from success? Is it fear of what might happen? Is it fear of what people might think? You know, I grew up, and you guys have heard this, some of you have, that I grew up in Pleasant Grove in southeast Dallas, and my mom worked in a sewing factory for minimum wage. We were poor, had no dad around. You know, my upbringing wasn't conducive to confidence. It wasn't conducive to success. And most of my life, fear beat me down and fear held me back. And I remember there was one day where I said, I'm tired of fear holding me back. And I was at a mall, this is a few years ago, and for you guys that have been at my house, you've seen this. This sits on my credenza at my house because I want a constant reminder that fear is not going to dominate me, that I'm going to overcome my fears. No passion so effectively robs the mind of all its powers of acting and reasoning as fear. Fear's the dream stealer. Did you know that 99% of the stuff we fear and worry about never happens? So I figure this acrostic for fear is what we need to hear here. F-E-A-R stands for false evidence appearing real. All those things we're worrying about, guys, that stuff we can overcome. We all have fears, but we can all overcome our fears, and I love this. Courage is not the absence of fear, but rather the judgment that something else is more important than fear. With no fear, we can lead a crusade against debt and financial worries. And I say we made 2010 the year of no fear. And you say, well, Presley, how do I overcome my fears? I think there's three things that can help us. Obviously, there's more than this, but I only have time to hit these three. One is knowledge, what we know. Two is attitude, how we feel. And three is activity, what we do. Knowledge. Where are my thoughts taking me? What you know sets the course for your life. And I want to dispel a couple of rumors right now. Ignorance is not bliss, and what we don't know will hurt us. That's two rumors we need to get out of our head, guys. How do I gain knowledge? Well, I'm going to say one thing is we need to associate with the right people. We need to be running with people that have what we want. We need to be running with people that are pulling the rope the same direction we're pulling it. We need to be running with people that see the glass as half full, people that are positive. You know, when I was coaching at the start of the season, I would pull my team together. And I'd talk to them and I'd look at them and I'd say, guys, you show me who you run with and I'm going to show you who you are or who you're going to be. And I wasn't talking back then about what we're talking about today. Back then I wanted them to stay out of trouble. I wanted them to be productive students in the school. Well, guys, I'm not worried about us getting in trouble here in this auditorium, but I will make the same statement to you. You show me who you run with, and I'm going to show you who you are or who you're going to be. And I'm not saying we run out and get rid of all our family and friends, okay? I'm not saying that, but it doesn't hurt to add a few new people because there's a principle involved here. The inmates do not want to see the prisoners escape. You're going to go show a bunch of your buddies. You're going to show your brother-in-law. You're going to show some people, and they're going to look at it and go, nah, I don't want to do that. But I hope you do real good. You know, they say that outwardly, but inwardly, they're hoping you bomb. And you go, man, that doesn't sound nice. No, it's not nice, but it's the way life is. Because, get this, if you have massive success, you change your life and your family's lives, they had the same opportunity you did, so it makes them look real bad. As I'm telling you, if you can't change the people around you, then change the people around you. So we need to associate with the right people. We need to attend all the meetings and trainings and events that we possibly can. And that's where we can be around people that maybe these are folks we wouldn't get to hang out with ordinarily on a daily basis. But if we go listen to them speak and train, we can glean some knowledge from them and get to hear from them and take some notes. So I think we need to attend all the meetings and trainings and seminars that we can fit into our schedule. And finally, we need to read books. Yes, we need to read books. And I taught math so I wouldn't have to read, but I've learned to read. Are you reading, key statement here, are you reading the books that are going to take you where you want to go? Because your thoughts are going to lead your actions. If the mind can conceive it and you can believe it, you can achieve it. But we've got to get those thoughts into our mind by reading those books. And, you know, I tell people, cheat and get those books on CD. I don't like to read, so I get those books on CD and I put it in the CD player. And as I'm driving around in that rolling university, I'm listening. And if I stick John Maxwell in, the foremost authority on leadership, it's like Maxwell sitting in the seat next to me, talking to me and teaching me about leadership. And as we're driving, that's what we should be doing. Ladies and gentlemen, we need to hang with the right people. We need to attend all the trainings and seminars that we can. And we need to read the good books.